Hey you guys, Thomas Cyberlytical here. So today I'm going to be showing you how to set up a pie hole. Now, what exactly is a pie hole? Well, a pie hole is a device that's going to be blocking ads from entering into your network. So this means when you go to YouTube or CNN or any website, or even applications on your phone that have ads built into them, they'll be blocked by this device. So it's a super helpful device that we can use to, get rid of all that ad clutter and, don't have to wait for 5 seconds before we can continue to play, what's it called? Candy Crush. So anywho, let's get into it. All right, so now that we're in our PV environment, we're going to go over here and hit Create CT. I'm going to give mine ID of 210, host name of piehole2. Then I'm just going to do an easy password. You guys should obviously set a good password, but I will be deleting this later. So let's go ahead and go to our local templates. And from here, I am just going to go ahead and select my Ubuntu 20 standard. Hit next, storage. I'm going to put this on my local disk, and I'm going to do 10 gigabytes. You can do more. I would actually suggest doing more, seeing as you are going to be caching. Well, if you do select to cache logs and stuff like that, or caching requests, you will want to give that a little bit more room. But if you plan on making this totally anonymous, so nothing is cached, so no one can see anything, then you can leave that a little bit lower. But I would definitely go around 20-25 gigabytes. Cores, I will just leave this as 1 and default. On my actual Pi-hole, I went up to 2. Seeing I will have a lot of requests going through it, I'll just leave the memory the same as well. I would actually bump that up to 2 to 4 gigabytes if I were you. And normally, go ahead and set this to a static. So I'm going to do, let's think of an address here. Let's do 228. And then my gateway. Okay. Leave IPv6 alone. Make sure you have your firewall enabled. Oops, forgot my CIDR notation. Make sure you do a /32 on that. And leave the domain and all that default. Start after created and hit finish. Okay, so now while we wait for this, extend that. All right, I'll start showing you the next steps here. Now that we are here, go ahead and log in as root, password. There we are. Okay, so now from here, really not too hard. All we need to do is do app install. Actually, we need to update our containers first. So let's do app update. Apt upgrade -y. Okay, so now that that's done, make sure you go ahead and install curl just by doing apt install curl. I already have it, but it should automatically install it for you. Now from here, we will go ahead and paste this nice little command, and I will go ahead and I will put it in the video so you guys can copy it. And this is going to auto install Pi-hole for you, and it'll take you to this menu right here. This installer will transfer your device into a network-wide ad blocker. All right, sweet. The Pi-hole is free but powered by your donations. I definitely do suggest donating to these guys. It's open source software. You don't have to, but what these guys do and the list that they create to block ads is amazing. So go ahead and show your support if you decide to use this. Okay, go ahead and hit yes, that we know it needs a static IP. We've already set that. Now from this point, I always scroll down and I hit Cloudflare. Hit OK. Enter again. Do you wish to install the web admin interface? Definitely. We like those web admin interfaces, don't we? Go ahead and now hit OK. Just hit yes to everything. Now this is the point where you might not want to actually log anything. Do you want to log your queries? If this is on your home network, 100% do it. You can always clear the logs if you have too many of them, but it definitely helps with troubleshooting, and it'll also help you detect if someone's misusing your internet. If not, turn it off. But like I said, if you are using this in a cloud instance like the Linode or an AWS server, Make sure that your firewall is set up correctly so people can't use your DNS other than yourself, or else people can actually spoof web addresses that way. But yeah, anywho, let's move on. Go ahead and I'm just going to show everything. I like my logs. They help me figure things out, you know. This should only take a little bit. And then from there, we can set up everything else. Okay, so once the install is complete, you'll be taken to this screen. And make sure you get this password right here. So first we're going to go, it tells us our address that we need to go to for the web admin. Mine is 10.0.0.228. So I will go ahead and go here, hit paste, hit enter. Here we are. We are now here at our web portal. So go ahead and copy this right here, log in, paste, log in. Sweet. Now, make sure that you guys change your passwords on these. Don't leave it the stock password, and make sure that you use a nice big password, like 20 characters or more, symbols, spaces, all that kind of stuff. Pi-hole it can use symbols and all that and spaces, so you won't have any issues if you use a really complex password. I'm not going to go through the effort of doing it because, again, I'm getting rid of this. All right, so from here, for the most part, it's basically set up. So if we go here to MSN, we can see all these ugly ads everywhere, you know, super annoying. Or if I go to another really, really bad website, speedtest.net. You see here, give it just a sec. Oh, look at all those ads. It's disgusting. Okay, so now that we're here, all we really need to do is go to settings, DNS. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to uncheck Cloudflare here, and we're going to do custom IPv4, and we're going to do 127.0.0.1 port 5335. And on your home network, you are allowed to hit permit all origins, seeing as no one outside your network is going to be using this. And it makes it a little bit easier when it comes to networking, especially if you don't have advanced networking equipment. Setting this up to allow only local requests can be difficult, especially with Wi-Fi. And then make sure you leave use DNSSEC unchecked, because we will be installing something here in a second to do that all for us. And then hit, if you want, you can use conditional forwarding. And what this does is it shows all your devices connected to your internet. So if you're not using your Pi-hole as what's called a DHCP server, it is the thing that's on your router that will send out IP addresses to the devices that connect. You can change this if you want to be your Pi-hole, and then it'll automatically detect devices. If not, you need to set this up by just typing in your local IP address, subnet range, which is all on your router. All right, so from here, now all we need to do is install one more thing, and what's called is Unbound. And without getting into too much detail here, basically this is going to be forwarding your requests, your DNS requests for you. So this is going to give you an extra layer of privacy from Google or Cloudflare whenever you decide to go to a website. So it's not like having a VPN. It's not secure in that sense, but it does help you keep your web traffic anonymous from your from your ISP and things like that. So we'll hop back on over to our Proxmox environment. And all we need to do is just do apt install unbound. Yes. This should be pretty quick once this is done. Okay, so you're going to get a few exit codes here. Don't worry, we're going to fix that right now. So I will also put any links or any directory paths in the video. So let's go ahead and start doing what we need to do. So after we've installed Unbound, we need to place in this right here. It's wget HTTPS. Basically what it's doing is it's grabbing a file from a website. So once we have that, we can hop on to the next one. And we are going to type in nano. And then we're going to go to /etc/unbound/unbound.conf.d/piehole.conf. Go ahead and enter. Now we're going to have a new file. So from here, and I will send you the link to all of this as well, or I will provide you the link to all of this as well, of the things you need to copy. Paste this into your config file. Go ahead and hit Control X. Yes. Enter. Okay. Now from here, we're going to do this command, service unbound restart. Okay, it's been restarted. Now we're going to want to what's called dig. So this is going to look up IPs and DNS names, and we're going to do it over port 5335. As you can see, everything works. So we're good to go there. And now we can test validation by doing another dig command. I'll provide this one as well. Perfect. All right, so it looks like everything is working how it should. And then we already did the last part of it of setting our port to 5335 and the IP to 127.0.0.1. All right, so now from here, we are going to configure our computers to use our new Pi-hole. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to hit the Windows key and go to Control Panel. Then from Control Panel, we're going to want to go to Network and Internet, Network Connections, and then we're going to see this Ethernet right here. From here, you're going to right-click, hit Properties, and then from there, you will get this window right here that shows Internet Protocol version 4, and then you have this Internet Protocol version 6. Go ahead and uncheck the V6, and then double-click on Internet Protocol version 4. That will take you to this final window right here where you'll see Obtain IP address automatically. Leave that checked. Now you'll go to use the following DNS servers. Normally this will be obtain DNS automatically. So let's go ahead and change this to our Pi-holes. So I'm going to set these to one of my public ones and to the new one that we just created. Now hit OK. Now from here, okay, now that you have that done, let's go ahead and go to command prompt. So hit the Windows key, type in CMD. Now from here, we want to do IP config /flush DNS. Hit enter. Okay, now this is the cool part. So now we're here, back here at speedtest.net. Let's hit that refresh button. Look at that. No ads. Let's go back to msn.com. Ooh, look at that. So there's still some bugs when it comes to it. This normally will go away. But other than that, there's not really a single ad here. You have a few ads right here. And again, this isn't going to block every single ad because some ads are actually binded to the YouTube video or the web page itself. And it's not doing calls for ad websites, basically. So it's not perfect, but it will block 99% of the things. Anything that it doesn't block, you usually can add ad blocker on your web browser to kind of help with it. But if on your phone or anything like that, it's going to block most everything. Settings for your phone are pretty easy. I don't have a way to visually show you, but on Android and iOS, you basically need to go to your Wi-Fi settings, click on the Wi-Fi connection that you are connected to, and then go to the DNS server settings and type in your DNS IP address right there. Now, this will not work when you're on mobile data unless you download what's called DNS Changer. And I believe it only works for Android. You'll need to download that, and then you can change your DNS servers for when you're on mobile, and you can also block your ads that way. But that's all I have for you guys today. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Later.